about Burma's democratic path.
All countries have to continue to speak clearly about what the regime is doing in its ongoing repression and brutality, said Secretary Blinken. We have an obligation to the people of Burma to hold the regime accountable.
That was an editorial reflecting the views of the United States government.
This is VOA News, reporting by remote. I'm Joe Ramsey. The FBI searched Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate as part of an investigation into whether he took classified records from the White House to his Florida residence. As according to people familiar with the search, outside the property, people waved flags supporting the former U.S. president while others squabbled back and forth near the property. Trump, disclosing the search in a lengthy statement, asserted that agents had opened a safe at his home and described their work as a, quote, unannounced raid that he likened to prosecutorial misconduct. The FBI and Justice Department have not confirmed the search. It intensifies the months-long probe into how classified documents ended up in more than a dozen boxes located at Mar-a-Lago earlier this year. It occurs amid a separate grand jury investigation into efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Reporting by remote, I'm Joe Ramsey, VOA News.
From Ukraine south, resistance forces have stepped up their activity. The campaign includes killing pro-Moscow officials, blowing up bridges and trains, and helping the Ukrainian military identify key targets.
Plus, how closely aligned is Russian propaganda with its foreign policy aims?
So some of Russian foreign policy is going to be opportunistic based on what the state of play in the world.
And later in the program, we visit a rehabilitation center in Irpin that recently reopened and is taking patients again. Today is Tuesday, August 9th. From the Voice of America, this is Flashpoint Ukraine. Good evening. I'm Steve Miller. In a growing challenge to Russia's grip in occupied areas of southeastern Ukraine, guerrilla forces loyal to Kyiv have launched a campaign of resistance. Charles de Ledesma from the Associated Press starts us off.
As military forces have reclaimed some occupied areas west of the Dnieper River, the guerrilla activity has increased. The campaign includes killing pro-Moscow officials, blowing up bridges and trains, and helping the Ukrainian military identify key targets. This spreading resistance has eroded Kremlin control of those areas and threatens its plan to hold a spate of referendums as a move towards